Welcome back, everybody, to Planetscape, Edge of the Void. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has been quite a long time. Just conflict with scheduling issues and other things of that nature that have gone into, you know, life. But last we left off, the group of adventurers were stuck on the Terran planet after finding out maybe some type of time fluctuation is happening around this world. Um, as these guys go down to the planet, they found themselves a primitive, well, not a primitive, a primate filled city. Um, it seems that the humanoids have evolved, or the primates have evolved from the previous evolution into the next type of humanoid sentient beings. Now, oh, look at my little princess with the crown. She's so beautiful. Sorry, I got caught. And these guys met another Hondozi called Arito. Arito is a master science and master of magic. He's a magician, but in the mechanical arts. He's a technomancer, technically. And as you guys figured out, you have no way of contacting your ship. Your engines and battery source for your ship has gone far, far away due to the impact here. And, well, not here, but in the atmosphere, it seems that parts of your ship have been separated, and you will need to recover them prior to trying to take off of this planet. And Arito says he knows the way to the next city, which was a few days away, and it's going to be on the outskirts of the desert. And that's basically where your part landed. Currently, although exploring in the woods, found themselves a old Terran bunker. And as they are exploring through it, they've met themselves an old AI named Alfie, and has tasked them with clearing out the chambers within for prizes and other things. We are trying to finish off this little side quest here so we can continue on our way to retrieving your electronics and parts to recover for the ship. Ardwar.
I also ate a mushroom that made me a nuke, right? Something
Well,
like that. Something weird.
You ate a mushroom that was radioactive. You have
Yeah.
partial resistance to it, and if you are within a certain amount of feet past a certain point, you can turn it on and off. But you could possibly it's something that you can harm your friends as well. It's an area effect, so just gotta be careful where you use it.
Is
And-
Archie
Alright. This'll go well.
plutonium glow stick?
And yeah, and
I am the
last we left
fluid
off,
inside the glow stick.
these guys completed the first floor and are now moving down to the second floor. As you guys are entering this space, you notice it is extremely large and spacious. The area that you go into seems almost like a recreational area. It has this type of looking sports court, we'll say, dignified to play different. It's just a rectangular court, either basketball, soccer, badminton, tennis, something along those lines. But it has this giant kind of like cafeteria area that's off over to the side, and other various other rooms that are in this area. And as you guys hear on the walkie-talkie that is stationed on the wall, all of you just chime in with Alfie coming in. And for those at home, God, I hope this works. Thank you again for clearing out all of my rooms in the first floor. In this floor, you will find various supplies, other means to arm yourselves. No weaponry in guns or others, but maybe some lost tech. Look around. Once you are ready, I will open the doors to level 3. And as he says that, a little red light begins to glow up on the door that's across the hall. And everybody make a perception check.
Perception.
Just as an aside, it sounded like normal.
Yeah, I realize I'm still getting used to going back and forth.
Nat first nat 20 being back, baby.
Hey, boy, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
boy. The cat knows all.
The kitty cat knows all.
I have the dice that takes forever. 11.
You're cute. You're not that cute.
So, Miss Kitty got 25, RG got 11, Wraith got 28, I got 26.
God damn it. Go on the floor.
How the fuck did I score higher than you when you got a nat 20?
Alright. So, as you guys are going around and searching these slight spaces, we'll go into an investigation, but the perception is just you guys kind of feeling out this space, walking around the giant kind of court area that's right in front of you. And who were the highest rolls again? I think it was all but Wraith.
No, Wraith got a 28, I got a 26, Miss Kitty got a 25.
All but RG. Okay, so that actually makes sense. So Artois, as soon as you go out into this foyer area, you see what looks like to be a weight set, and one of the weights say 1,000 pounds.
Ooh.
And you kind of get
Okay.
sidetracked by the weight amount, and it goes, wait, something could lift this? And then you're intrigued to try it yourself. Going with the rest of you, you all are kind of walking about, and when you get to that door, you can hear it. Coming from the bowels of wherever that door leads, something is echoing a breath, something big. And all of your minds draw towards the inconvenient Arito actually has showed you a picture of it, which would be the I forget what they're called again, giant brains with legs.
Oh, the intellect of ours?
Intellect devourer, yes, a giant intellect devourer, and you can hear this emanating wave after wave through the door.
So
Well, shit.
Just
So,
a quick technical point of order. DM, I've just sent you a message, just in
Yeah.
case, because it doesn't seem that the YouTube is working.
I cannot see that.
and the sound that you made, no one could hear.
Yeah.
That too, the cool sound effects didn't work.
Son of a bitch. Can they hear you guys?
Can you
Yeah,
all
they
hear
can
us?
hear everything. It's just the cool sound effect that you made was probably too low for the microphone to pick up, and the voiceover stuff wasn't coming through as anything.
So none of the voice stuff works. Okay, so I'll just get rid of it because clearly everyone is telling me that it's not working. Awesome.
Aw.
It
Wasn't
tried.
working. It's fine.
I was
It's fine.
I was enjoying it.
I don't know what's happening, but it's whatever. Okay, so we'll start all over again. Hi, everybody. We are Planetscape Edge of the Void. These guys have just completed level 2 and are now going down to level 3. These guys heard a very long growl, a very long, low, deep, guttural growl come from one of the doors of the 3rd floor. And now these guys are going through. Ardwar got distracted from the first roll because he witnessed a giant 1,000-pound barbell. There we go.
The YouTube's working.
You guys have the... I can't fix that unless I shut down everything, and
No,
I'm
I've just
completely
checked it, it's
fine with
fine.
uploading it later on and taking it from Twitch.
It's all good.
So you guys are here. What do you guys want to do?
So who's gonna go first?
What
mean
did
lifting? Lifting?
What did the other than Artois people see?
Yeah.
What
What?
did the people that weren't RG see?
Did we see anything else other than?
No, I illustrated everything that You didn't
Okay.
see, you heard. There's no way to
Oh,
do
okay,
sorry.
hearing except for perception.
Oh, okay,
That
sorry.
was the
I
whole point
misinterpreted
of
that.
me doing the thing, but it didn't work. That was the whole thing. That was it.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I
Okay.
misinterpreted
Okay.
that. Okay.
So, something else is down here. God damn it. I'm gonna have it.
Well,
Looking
who
kind of
has-
strong too.
Who has the lowest
Stupid.
intelligence?
I feel like that's insulting.
Lowest
I know-
intelligence?
Yeah, the lowest intelligence, because wait, I don't know if I know that in character or not. No, I do. We know that they're intellect devourers, don't we? Alfie told us.
What
Yeah.
makes them want to devour intellect? Somebody's brain.
You got to be intelligent. I don't know why the Vila voice is coming out like I have a blocked nose right now, but apparently that's what we're going with. Vila's sick.
So how smart do you have to be?
That's a good question. That's why I'm asking who's the least intelligent of all of us.
I'm not
Wraith?
pointing. I'm not pointing any fingers, but I point my elbow at RG.
I am lifting. I am attempting to lift a barbell.
Give me
Vila's
give me
a
an
14.
athletics check.
Vila's
Oh, you got
a
it. That is
14.
an advantage.
Wraith is a 14. RG is a 9, so RG is safe.
19.
Oh wow, go RG.
All of you watch as Arjbar begins to try and pick this up, and you watch it get about an inch off the ground, and then it goes and plops to the ground. It was a 20 for this. You were one off. It's 1,000 pounds, and although
Little
you
work.
are very strong, this would technically, for your character, you would need, I think, a 22 or 23 in order to lift about 1,000. I'd have to do the math on it.
Sounds about right.
So, I say that RG should probably take the lead in Scout. Just saying.
Well, does anyone have any, like, I'm not feeling, terribly amazing. Just kind of threw myself out when we were fighting those things a bit there. Ugh.
Yeah, we can tell. I think there's.
Miss Kitty's gonna have to take off the thing so she can have her average intelligence, which would be 11. So it would be RG, Miss Kitty, and then Vila and Wraith. Because Miss Kitty has the headband of intellect. So I'm gonna have to take that off for a little bit.
Hey, Ardwar, what's your strength score?
My strength in general is an 18.
That's a tough wad of gum. And what would make an intellect devourer look our way? By having
An intelligence of 3 or higher.
Oh,
We're all
Ardwar,
fucked.
my mistake. With a 19, all of you watch as Ardwar is able to. It's odd. He doesn't go ahead and just lift it up. You watch him kind of step into the bar, and the bar easily goes up you. Like you're lifting it up from inside almost, and it just easily goes out to your hands, and you just hold it there now. You can actually lift 1,080 pounds.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Just over. So
Yeah. Enjoy sucking that pole up in ya.
it's not.
clean
It's
now.
more the nanites are lifting it up.
So,
Wraith, do you want to try? We can hand it over. You can try it for now.
I'm okay. It looks like you have it all in you.
Manny, Manny, you?
No, I'm good.
All right, put it down.
Do you even lift many?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
is it your pots that lift, or is it you? I just I
okay,
don't. I can't wait to go.
My pot's on me, thank you. That was a little inconsiderate there.
Well, you have said that you've replaced a lot of things. I don't know if you view that as you or a tool that you have.
Oh, now I'm a tool?
No, not you.
I forgot Maddie was with us for a second.
Hey, Manny, can you take a look at RG? I think he has some holes in his.
Well, I don't think the nanites are me. The nanites are something I have.
Right.
The nanites are looking really offended now that you've said that, though.
I am looking for a face. They do not have a face, I hope.
So
I have another
here,
question.
yeah.
I have the ring of mind shielding. Does that do anything against the intellect of ours or no? It just protects my brain
We'll come
from.
to that when we get there.
Okay.
So in this area, you have the main court, or on one side is a giant cafeteria. On the other side looks like to be a med bay. On another side, looks like to be some type of, it says cryotherapy. And the last kind of tucked away area over there is what looks like to be like uniforms, like a uniform area. You got somebody that would stand at a desk and give you clean sheets. It's the laundry area.
Once we're done killing the brain buddies, we should see if they've got any of that like prehistoric food that's survived. Because I heard that there's some foods that can actually like survive forever.
Isn't cryotherapy where you freeze something? Isn't that we did that with like some ice cream or something like that, didn't we?
Well, that's not. We didn't do cryotherapy on ice cream.
Those are my
I might
We
have asked for
freeze dried it.
I might have asked for certain words with Genesis, and it turned into some. We don't need to go into
Well,
it more than that.
That's not on ice cream. That's cryotherapy using ice cream.
I feel
But
like
yes,
I said
it
the
is
same
cold.
thing.
It's cold therapy.
Can I check out the med bay quick before we dive into the depths of hell and all lose our brains?
Yeah, absolutely.
So while this conversation of cryo ice cream is going on, Miss Kitty is just gonna go and see
Miss Kitty,
supplies
as
or
you
or
are
healing or
approaching
something.
this area,
Mhm.
first thing you see as you get to the door are these red streaks that are sliding from the door and going in, but it's not just red, it's like a stained rust color, but there's a lot of it. And when you begin to step in, make me an let's say intelligence saving throw, please.
Sure, why not?
Please tell me you put your intellect band back on.
I didn't take it off yet. I got a 16.
Okay, you were just contemplating that.
Yeah.
So, with a 16, you begin to walk into this building or this room. And as you go and start to look around the horrific scene that you are unfolding in front of you, this wave of energy comes from your mind, a message from Terra, not in sense of words, but power and feeling. You are seeing this room and you can hear different variations of words and things that are happening. As soon as you walk in, you see almost like this digital scanned version in your mind of a hologram running through this little kid. And it looks like it's like laughing, and you see this woman pick up this child and they're spinning. The next thing you see that comes in are more people rushing. A lot of them are holding their heads, and as they are laying there, they burst open from the brain themselves, and you can only think that whatever happened at this place, it You are thinking that the monsters downstairs are either the creatures from long ago or a subspecies that's been living here that was from this area. You'd have to do some more investigation, but just as a base, you get this like I call it like a psychic sonar of past events because trauma is psychic linked in a sense. So you're
So
getting the
vibe check.
essence, not a vibe check. You're getting the essence of the past. You're seeing a vibration of possibilities. You're it's a very you understand that this is extremely strong magic or whatever's happening. You are seeing through reality.
I'm just gonna rub her third eye just a little bit. Her nose twitches because I'm guessing she probably smells like a lot of old dried blood.
Yeah, old dry blood. There's no rot or there's nothing bad that technically smells here because it has been too far long of a time. But
Hmm.
due to the fact that blood does oxidize and rust, and where those areas on the metal have laid, you can see rust had heavily corroded that area and kind of like made perforated holes all throughout where you're walking. Make me an investigation check now that you're fully in the room.
Okie dokie. Cat, I love you, but those are my and I don't miss kitten claws. Ow. Investigation. 13.
Okay. As you are with a 13, you're basically rifling through all of these like old Terran papers that you can see that are barely holding on to structurability. Like the moment that you go and try and pick up a piece of paper, it almost like brittly breaks in your hands. So you're carefully trying to slide them over one by one. And things that catch your eye are old doctor's notes. With you being who you are, you're able to translate because common has greatly changed since that era. It's almost like, how Shakespearean to modern day speech. It's that type
Hmm.
of thing. So you're still reading it in common, but it's weird. But you're able to translate since you have that feature where you can read things, all languages, right?
Hmm.
And you can see that whatever happened, the doctors had no idea what was going on. They had a bunch of people start having brain aneurysms, bodies seizing and not functioning, losing motor control, and acting out on rage and violence. And finally, the last couple pages goes into detail of a type of surgery that they did. There was one person that was uh, carted off because he was just way too violent, and they had to open brain surgery. And during the brain removal, um, something happened. You kind of get the gist of what's happening because it doesn't necessarily say this, and it ends quite abruptly. But you can only understand that whatever was made or happened here is possibly downstairs. That's kind of hand in hand. But you go a little bit further, and you kind of aren't really getting the rest of the notes. It's kind of gibberish, talking about different things that are unrelated that you have no idea about. Talking about how um, the borders between certain areas are thin. Other vaults aren't having the same type of reliability with systems. There are errors going around everywhere. And it seems like one by one, every place is failing. And due to that, people have to go above ground. And uh, yeah, it gets pretty gnarly after that because there is extreme radiation on the planet during that time.
Hmm. All right. The cat kind of just pokes about, looks around, and just kind of leaves. the medical bay, closest door behind her.
Right.
I still want to go see the cryo bay. I do not know why. I'm thinking ice cream. I
Yeah.
will be honest about it.
Absolutely.
I'll go follow him.
Both Aardvar and Wraith start heading to the cryo bay. As you guys are entering, the first thing that you are met with is a key card. You guys currently do have the color key card for this room, luckily for you guys. And you are trying to swipe it, and it seems like a little bit damaged. Somebody make me a tech check. It's a D20 plus your proficiency.
I'll let you look at that, Wraith. Here.
You said okay. 25.
All right. You look at it and you're like, damn, this is a simple setup key card. Like, you can lockpick this like no one's business, most likely. You have the tools for it, but it's so primitive, it's easy for you. Like, it's almost like people who get too advanced think, like, oh, this is like a stick for the shit that we have. So you're
Yeah,
going to give me a
this is-
sleight of hand with advantage.
This is a
DC will
cakewalk.
be 15.
Oh, then I automatically well, unless I get a 1.
Yeah,
I-
just roll it.
Jinx yourself.
Okay. 34.
Oh yeah. Archie, you watch as Wraith kind of just pulls out this like old school key card that has wires coming down to his hip, and he just goes. He looks confused a little bit. He just swipes it, and it works.
All right, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm
Artois,
gonna
just
send you
remember-
something, Wraith. There is something about this that is very direct to knowledge that you would know. Give me 1 second here.
Archie, just remember, never put your password as 1111.
No, that's the captain's password. You said that was a bad one.
Yes. Why do you think that he always winds up stuck in his office
Yeah, I remember
accident.
that. Yeah.
on accident? Now, I'm not saying that I did anything to it, but
There, I just sent you something in Discord.
yeah, he always gets stuck in there for some reason.
No, Vila's pad last time asked me my security question about my first pet, so I gave it as my name, so it was perfect.
I'm looking at my thing and I'm that
You mean the one that I gave you, right? Not my one.
No, the one you gave me, it asked me the
Okay.
security question. Your
Uh,
first pet.
Wraith, I meant to put old, like, but primitive code original. So just to let you know.
Vila, I got something for you. Now you know a little bit about the GBB, right? All their codes and stuff, right?
I know
What?
of yeah. Well, I mean they're our competitors, so I have to be well versed in their stuff. Yeah.
I pull out my tablet and show her the code that I got after I swiped the card in. Does this look familiar? It looks like GBB code, but it looks like old stuff like back when they first started code. Does that look?
Would I be able to decipher it?
There's markers. It's if it isn't broke it, don't fix it type of logic for the people in the corporations, and you kind of get the sense of like this is a setup of how it originally would have started. You do
So, like,
recognize a lot of code in it with GBB markers.
So, like, Vila 2 or 3 would have been well versed in this.
Correct.
Look, 70 lifetimes ago, I would have been on top of this. Right now, this is like there are probably still some background servers that work on this shit, but it's fucking old.
But the thing is, why would it be here?
That's a good. What the fuck?
I don't know, ice cream, and I'm going to push the door open.
As you begin to push the door open,
One track
Um,
mind.
one by one, lights begin to turn on in rows. Just
RG, RG, come back.
You gotta love spooky ambient lighting.
RG,
And
come
you
back.
are
come back.
standing in what looks like to be a warehouse. And as you look upon, like, because you're in this control center and you can see the lights, there's a piece of glass and controls, old school that there, and you go over to the glass, and it's probably about 100-foot drop from there, and a football field long worth of pods. Everything here, green lights all the way down the rows, blue lights on top of the decks of the racks. You can see that everything's still operational. And as you guys are entering, the first thing that everybody can see, because there's like a big giant circle desk frame that's there, you can see everything operational, 200,000 alive.
Oh no, this is not ice cream, bud. Oh no.
But it's, well, alive. That's good, right? Don't know what's alive.
Ice
But-
cream isn't alive. If it was frozen yogurt, maybe, but not ice cream.
We fought a cookie dragon. What do you mean you make assumptions?
I'll step up. Towards the closest. What do I see?
Everything kind of broke up for me there.
I step up to the closest pod and look in. What do I see?
Oh, you'd have to go. There's a set of stairs that go down. It's 100-foot drop all the way to the ground floor, and then you're able to walk out. And then they have high shelves with giant, like, cylindrical tubes filled with people on a rack that are stacked many, many high. So you'd have to, like, go out the door and go down to a pod.
I will do something easier. I will hook my grappling hook gauntlet onto the rail and just hop over and slowly lower
Okay,
myself.
yeah, you rappel down from the top and easily are able to back to your gun.
Can I do something funny?
Sure.
Hey, Wraith, as he's repelling, hey, Wraith, do you trust me?
That's funny. No.
I'm gonna unhook his grappling hook.
No.
And I'm gonna let it
Mm.
fall, and then at the last possible moment, I'm gonna cast Featherfall so he doesn't actually hurt himself.
Okay, that's a lot to be going on. So you want to, as he's hanging there, undo his thing, allow him to fall, and as he's falling, cast it on him.
Well, maybe I'll cast it on him before he falls, but
Okay,
No,
that
is
will require
fun.
no rolls. You watch as she goes, "Do you trust me?" Goes to put her finger on the gun that you're holding, and the magic transfers the gun to you, and she pushes it off. You don't know what's happening, Wraith, and you just start going, "Oh wait." Mm.
As I'm falling, I'm just doing this.
Very slowly.
Miss Kitty just
Good
finally
joke.
walks in and is just quite confused on what shenanigans are going on about.
I understand it.
Wraith,
I
you
didn't
get to
get
the
ice cream
bottom.
either.
You go many of the rolls. Give me a D100, please.
Okay. 13.
A 13 on a D100?
Yeah.
Okay, give me one moment, please.
I didn't like the sound of that. Okay, at all.
Vila, if I die, it's your fault.
Okay.
What happened?
Bet. I don't think you're gonna die down there. And
Famous last words.
if you start dying, I will jump down and take the damage to come and help you.
Famous last words.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi.
As you walk up to this pod, you see what looks like to be an elven gentleman, older, gray hair forming from a kind of like a goatee, comes down to about right here on him, has long flowy hair, and it looks like he has had some type of gold embedded into the skin around the face. It does look peculiar, and you can see that there's like this stillness to him. But as you approach,
Okay, that was unnecessarily spooky. Oh, I'm not down there. Never mind.
This isn't where I parked my spaceship, so I'm gonna start slowly walking backwards, and I shoot my grappling hook back up. Oh, I don't have it, do I?
No, you do have it. I just unhooked it.
Okay. Yeah, I shoot my grappling hook back up and try to zip up.
Aren't there a thing
No,
called stairs?
He's
I am in
what is it? Why are you running? Why are you running? Let's see.
so you know there's stuff in those pods, right?
I would imagine, yeah.
And they've
I
been
think
down
you
there
have
for a
to
while,
prank
right?
yourself.
Yeah.
One of them woke up. One of them
Oh,
woke
I
up.
want to see. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump down there. Featherfall lasts for long enough, and you can cast it at multiple people. So I'm just assuming I cast it at myself at the same time. If I can.
I
break on
mean, you
that,
could take the
please
stairs.
do.
It's not well, actually, good point.
Miss Kitty's just already going down the stairs, and then she just sees
Okay,
me.
Arjwar and Miss Kitty, make me acrobatics checks, please. The two of you get down.
I have to make
Miss Kitty
acrobatics for
just-
taking the stairs.
Stairs that
no.
have been here for millennia on old rusted metal. Yeah.
Oh
Oh no.
Oh well. This has been.
And also, it's that type of metal that's more of a grate, like those pieces of steel that are just welded on top of each other. So it almost like the when you're on the stairs at water parks, those really sketchy metal stairs that they have that have like the holes that you can see down, that type of shit. Or
25.
New York City's fire escape, like that type of gritty type of holiness. 8.
I got an 8.
Okay.
25.
25. Okay. Miss Kitty, we'll say that you're heading down first. It takes not much time to realize that this is not a good idea. And as soon as you're about to get down to the platform, your foot gives way with the rest of the platform. Arjwar, you see Miss Kitty about to go. I will allow you an acrobatics check to try to catch her, but it will be a disadvantage due to it being a surprise.
Okay. Since I have advantage, it means it's a normal roll.
I will
Hooray!
let you know it's only about, you've gotten probably like the good amount of, there's only about 30 feet left, so it'll be 3d6 if you fall.
Okay.
Oh wait, don't I have a cat thing I can do?
That's a nat 20 for a 27.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miss Kitty, you are literally in mid-fall. You feel Arjwar reach out and kind of lasso you, and he places you down onto the ground.
She's poofy at the moment. Cause
You're
startled.
a bit goopy too.
You have the goop ring. No, she has the goop ring. Your goop
Oh
ring
yeah,
still.
that's right.
Yeah,
No
I
goop
never
for
take
you.
that off because of Archie's always giving me hugs. It's like she just sees the goop just kind of slide off of her, but she's all
Alright.
poopy.
All of you now on the ground floor, not knowing how you're going to get up with the stairs now broken, begin to
Zeppelin?
walk over to the pod where Wraith has kind of seen this guy.
Rafe is back up top. Rafe did
Yeah,
that.
Wraith ran away.
Right
Yeah.
away.
Okay, well then you would have been making that roll then. So that's why I didn't know. Because whenever
Okay.
anybody would have used the stairs, that would have happened first. So either Miss Kitty did it or you did it.
No,
he
I used my
hooked.
grappling.
Oh. So you didn't go back down after everybody went up.
No,
I
he
mean, sorry, you
grappled
went
down
back
and
up
then
after everybody went down. So you're now by
Yes.
yourself upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm keeping a lookout.
Sure. You
Until something
cannot
happens.
hear anything that they're saying down there.
Radio's
they're
at
not
work down
they're
here?
not shouting, so you're kind of just watching them. You hear slight murmurs, but you don't get out full conversation what's happening. So
Murmur,
I'll
murmur,
yell,
murmur.
if one of you is about to die, yell and I'll come down. Maybe.
I said I would come down if you started dying.
Yes, but I wasn't the asshole that unhooked my grappling hook.
I did it in a way that was funny and that you wouldn't get hurt.
I'm checking out this dude that made Wraith crank himself.
you can see that there's this elven. He has pale complexion at the moment. He's been in the dark for God knows how long. And yeah, you see him. He's now looking at you, and he's looking at you curiously, intrigued, not scared.
I'm waving.
Archie, you and I share a fucking brain cell, dude.
Miss
Is-
Kitty's
What?
Is there a lever on just his pod, or would there only be the one lever for?
There are many, many pods, and as you go and look, all the people that are in these pods seem to be alive. They are dormant in some type of induced coma. You can see that everybody's like chemical balances seem to have been given a drug of some type, and they're all in a deep, deep, deep sleep.
don't touch anything.
I'm a touch something.
He's touching the glass. What do you mean don't touch anything? What
So
that guy?
I'm gonna try and charades with this man if I can.
Vela, you do know I could speak to people through their minds, right?
Can you currently do that? I thought it was blocked off with the magic
No,
of the planet.
that I could still talk to people. I'm a psychic.
Her base as class
Okay.
has psychic abilities, so she's able to
I
do
am a
certain
psychic.
things.
So
There
you-
is
yes.
things that she can't do because Terra was out, but it was implemented that she was given the power. It's kind of like, oh, you birthed me, Tigger, and that was given certain things. But
Yeah,
Um,
I birthed something, and it's just part of my DNA because sorcery.
Well, I understand that you can do that, but it's more fun for charades.
he just looks at you, not understanding what you're saying, and he's just pointing down over to the control pad, and there is a lever, and you can see him.
I'm gonna point at him. You kill us? Question mark?
Shrug
Not
emoji.
gonna- I'm not gonna let you out if that no.
Mind link.
No, we
She's just gonna let this
Us?
go for 2 minutes just to see where this is going, and then she's just gonna slowly do a mind link. Going, you're not
Yeah.
hostile, are you?
you
He looks at you immediately. He
Shit, yeah.
He was in the middle of finishing going, and then she
you
says
noticed him?
something and goes like right up to the glass. What is your name? You,
You can call me Miss Kitty.
Miss Kitty.
Ah, get out of my tea!
See,
We're
now
playing-
this is just
we're
creepy.
playing-
The charades were
You-
fun, and now you guys are talking into each other's heads.
You are so delightful.
Can we see his facial expressions right now? Is
Yeah,
he
it's
feeling
getting
good about
like
this?
it's getting like.
Can I?
Well,
Can I
well,
like step in front? Can I step in front of Miss Kitty and just go?
He's looking at you the exact same way.
Ah,
He's looking at you, Arjwar, and Miss Kitty all like that. He
Okay.
noticed Wraith and didn't think anything of it because make me an intelligence check.
All of us?
Well, I was doing it for Vila, but anybody could technically.
Can I do an insight
is-
check instead?
For what are your intents behind it? But hold on, keep that in mind. Let me finish up this roll first.
fuck you. 10.
I think that's the
If it's
lowest.
just straight
21.
intelligence.
Oh, okay.
Go, Archie.
Yeah, because I will let you know what you don't know. Due to the fact that our Wraith is a human, this person has probably only really dealt with certain races and maybe not has
Okay,
ever
he's got a kink.
experienced. He seems intrigued. You don't know what's up because Miss Kitty I haven't done that yet. We're talking too early about saying he's weird. Please don't give him a fucking label yet.
I reserve the right to give him a label later, but sure.
With a 10 and what you've told us so far, he's got a kick in Vila's mind.
Sure, whatever.
No.
He's into
Inside check.
furries and scalies and slimies.
I mean,
Inside
You
check
probably-
pertaining.
demeanor on how, kind of like an insight checks are also like a vibe check for her. She's trying to see if this guy's kind of going to be hostile or anything like that.
Okay. See insight on if he is a hostile individual. Okay, what is this? 7? Okay. Just say the word, damn it. Holding your hands backwards confuses me. I'm small-minded. So
7.
yeah, you can't get a vibe off of this guy whilst he's in a cryo pad, and
Yeah.
also there's too many fucking questions that go into this to be like, what is like? There's too many things happening. You don't
Yeah.
understand whatever you're trying to. He seems like a guy stuck.
Yeah, he seems like a guy's okay. He seems like a guy's stuck. Answer the question, honey. Are you going to try to harm us in any way, shape, or form if we let you out?
No, I would. I'm a scientist by name. I do no harm. I wish to study and learn different things. Well,
Sorry.
I can truly say you and your friends are quite exquisite.
I get that a lot. Before I let you out, she's Miss Kitty's going to like talk and think what she's saying at the same time, so Vila can kind of get an idea of
I
what's
will go
going
put
on.
I put my hand on the lever and wait for the cue.
Yeah. So
Okay. 1 second. I'm trying to pull up the image I have of this guy. And everybody at home. So, for everybody at
Weirdly
home,
grabbing the leather.
you see this
Felix
man.
Jonesing.
What are you doing? Are you jerking a dick off? I don't understand what you're doing. You've been doing that for a solid 2 minutes.
It was like
I have
30
other
seconds.
screens pull up, and all I can see is your arm from this side over. Just
I'm just holding the lever. Oops, I fucking
okay.
I let it go
You
accidentally.
see this?
Ooh.
You see this gentleman? He has this kind of like green robes on inside. This neck, like kind of like a shawl that he has on. Tassels that run very big around his waist. It looks very old school, like this would be a retro. It would be the equivalent of us wearing togas, almost like when you look at him in the clothes that he's wearing. But he's
not
fully
wearing
clothed. For
flip-flop.
all
He's not
like you
wearing
can't
flip-flops,
see
is he?
skin except for hands, face, and
Okay.
he's looking at you. And for everybody at home, this is who we are looking. Oh wait, player.
But we haven't
There
opened
it
him
is.
yet.
You can see
Where-
him.
Where do I gotta open up Twitch?
Yes, it's on Twitch.
Ah,
You see this gentleman standing inside, and he looks at you, Miss Kitty, and goes, "My apologies. It's been a long time. I've sort of lost my mind. Do you know what year it is?"
do I know what year it is?
You do.
Our year.
Do
Our
you do you
what's
say
our
that
year?
out loud?
Yeah, he's asking what's our current.
Well,
Feel
gonna-
what day is
wait,
it?
wait, wait
I'm
a
gonna
minute.
get as close to the glass as I can and say, "You've been asleep for 10,000 years."
He looks at
What?
you.
She points to the frog and repeats what she said. She says you've been asleep for 10,000 years.
No, I've been awake for much longer than that.
Oh, that's
Oh.
not okay.
He's a-
100,000 years.
I
Has it?
don't think you
know.
changing the number is going to affect anything.
A million years.
I'm going to assert.
You keep saying that he's asleep. The whole point of that was he's awake this whole time. I think you guys missed that part.
No,
So let me
I
reiterate
just
and say
feel
that
it.
he
I
said that
got
he
that.
was awake for much longer than 10,000 years.
Yeah, and so I was changing the numbers in response to him saying that.
Right.
Don't
Well,
mind-
you're
Feel
repeating
assault
me
those-
when you can't hear it. So.
Don't mind the frog. She's a little hyper at the moment.
What is the year?
Seriously, yeah, no, out of
Wait,
game. Seriously, what
wait.
year is it?
I'll
You
give her
don't
the
have to.
actual
You
year.
just say, tell him the year. You don't have
Tells
to
him
ask.
the
I'm
year.
not going to repeat a number that's way too long for
Yeah.
tracking. Technically, it would be like 2.86 E-10 if you want to put it into his perspective. It's to the 10th degree, negative 10th degree number.
2.6-E.
Is that
It's so
is that
long.
before? Is that before or after we watched? We have the painting of our own ship being here. I'm confused about that.
I'm feeling. You can let the poor man out.
Okay. And to answer your question, Ajwa, the painting happened before now, apparently. And I opened the pod.
You open the pod, and the door begins to open. You see that all of the fluid just
Oh, he was in liquid? I thought he was just
yeah, he was
hanging out there.
inside of liquid. So he is an elven man. He does not need to
Sleep?
he doesn't need to sleep, but at the same time the fluid is like an ambiotic fluid, so he's able to breathe. It has more oxygen than anything, so it wasn't like he was suffocating or anything. But you do see as he gets out, he's heavily throwing up everything that was inside of him now that he is trying to gasp for air. And as
Oh,
he
take a step back. Take a step back. Take a step back.
Step back.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it has been some time. Oh, he looks
You've been
back.
up.
He looks back at the pod. And he goes and he opens up the tray and you can notice that everybody else's chemical trays that were supposed to put them in comas were filled. His wasn't filled at all. No cartridges. I fucking knew it. Oh, he tried to kill me. Ah,
Who tried to kill you?
a madman. He's doing experiments on all the other. Oh, this is actually Tim. I'm breathing too heavy and I'm giving myself lightheadedness. I have to stop. Yeah, he gets up and he goes, and he just basically says, this madman, Dr. Brooks. Oh God, how many are still alive? How many? Did I do it?
Like 2,000, it says, I think, is what it said up
2,000?
Isn't that
The
what it
pods-
said? Again?
The pods are still active. All of these pods are still active.
You realize, Arjwar, you say that in mishence of the 200,000 that was stated in this room. They're stacked very high and very long, and they're very condensed down. So there's 200,000 people here, and he's like, 2,000. Oh my God, no, no.
There was another couple zeros. There was 200,000. You're good. You're good. Chill.
Oh, thank God. You should have 200,000.
Well, it said up the top where the thing is that they're all active and good.
He begins to look up and around and starts to notice his environment, and he hasn't really expected to come out in this fashion, and he just goes, I thank you all very much. I think you are all owed an explanation. My name is Sezi. I'm a physician, and micro, and he goes into saying like he studies the cells on a micro scale, like
Microbiologist.
Not just biology in the sense of, like it integrates tech and regular biology together, and you're getting the sense that technomancy was in the primitive stage, and maybe he is a stepping stone. I wouldn't say grandfather, because that is actually somebody who created and manufactured and produced the final workings. But just like Einstein doesn't get every Nobel Prize for the breadcrumbs that fell off of his plate. He got one, and that was just because he discovered atoms. It's the same type of equivalent. He is a precursor to something very much bigger than him. Better explanation is the blind man. The blind men explain an elephant. One person takes a body part and tries to explain what this thing is, not knowing that they're all trying to explain the same thing. So he was a precursor in a section, and you can see his face, those lines, the golden lines that go upon him and how he is structured. You can only assume that he tested it, it worked, and he is a first of many to come in that type of field.
So he is a hipster technomancer. He was doing it before it was cool.
I thank you all. I was worried that the rest of the pods would be compromised. I thought...
Question for you though, if I know we want to talk about an explanation and things. Are you susceptible, or your friend susceptible to what is an intellect eater or whatever that is? That
Intellect
thing?
devourer.
Oh, that thing. Yes, that.
I think we're going to
yes,
get a.
the creature. That is what he was experimenting on. Dr. Brooke. He was a madman. He was my partner at the time. We were instructed to build this place and run it. And unfortunately, he got ill very quick. Something got to him.
Brain eater?
I don't know. Something
Alfie.
we Alfie, our intelligence system, yes. Ooh, that's a good point. I have to check on systems. But he goes back into it and just says, no, the thing that took Dr. Brooke was I couldn't understand it. It's I think I still have something in my lab. I'd have to go back and check, but there's something very, very chaotic in nature.
Dun dun dun. Couple of
That
things.
sounds pretty on brand for us.
Yeah, couple of things. This location is, for lack of a better term, completely wrecked. I was poking about in a medical area. Do those, what he just said, do those kind same information that I was going through in the papers and whatnot?
You can think that that's probably his office that he's talking about, considering like
Okay.
it's a like where you guys were in the medical bay, you opened up and it's like all those pods were in the back. Like you have the door open and you step through because it's like an open medical bay, but then there's like a door, and then you think it'd be like a doctor's office, but then as it opens up, it goes into a control room. And then it says cryo bay, and as you go in, you see the giant warehouse that they have built in.
So the thing
Figure it
might
out.
the thing might probably is still alive. It's probably in the section below us and where we have to go next. If you need assistance, I would highly recommend not waking anybody up yet until we deal with said whatever's in the basement. I'm guessing it's a basement.
The third floor, yes, that's Alfie's server room.
Third floor is Alfie's server room. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of where we have to go, because don't we have to reboot Alfie?
Well, Alfie's been talking to us about trying to eliminate things like that were bad and asking us to help with that.
Base must be compromised then.
Yeah.
What? Well, I described to him what we fought with already.
He starts thinking and goes, wait. So they were like, sorry, he wouldn't say it. So you're saying that the things that you encountered were slightly plant-based, but living humanoid forms.
A bit, yes.
What does the outside world look like now?
Plants and rocks and not any people. There's do we have our
Arito kind of
Arito with
steps
us?
forward. Yeah, at this point, Arito's been staying in the back, and as he kind of like goes over, because Hundozi has the gliding, so he just kind of glided down with everybody, and he kind of just walks forward, and you can see Sezi just looks at him and goes, "Hello, I'm Arito. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yes, I am Sezi." I was right. Evolution did find its way. Ah, it's gladdens me this day, Rita. Are there many of you? Many clans, tribes, spread through lands, yes. Other gracious tribes as clans. As we would say, civilizations built throughout many areas. You can see him, goes, do they all look like you? He goes, not all. Some heart, primates, insectoids, lizard men, bestial people, from what I see from these hands. Wonderful. Oh, this is good. But would you be? We would be you see him starting to be complexed of the thought, and it's stumbling over. You get a slight whiff of what his mind is saying, Miss Kitty, and it's basically how would I be able to integrate humankind into a world of beasts and monsters? That these people were reading books about these things being beasts and monsters.
Would it be Dr. Sezzy or Professor Sezzy?
He's Dr. Sezzy.
Dr. Sezzy, I know you're getting a little excited, but just to give you a little word of advice, saying it bluntly, his kind doesn't really care for yours. Or his. As she kind of
He's
points to Ray.
elven, not human. So in my
We
world,
don't have any elves in our party.
human, elves, dwarves, gnomes, the people with regular skin were
Yeah.
the people who were living on Earth in normal times.
Yeah.
So that is what my brain is. Obviously a whole bunch of diversity between who they were and representing of where they are. Just like it would be in normal times, but the regular skin, no fur, elves,
Yeah.
gnomes, half elves, humans, all those type of generic old school D&D classes were the birthplace of
Yeah.
all of
But
those.
if I remember correctly, the Hundozi weren't too keen on.
They didn't like humans, so there's a
Yeah.
little bit of like a grunt when anytime with Wraith would talk to a Hundozi in general. But that's just a precursor because they've always read it's like, oh, humans will come and steal you away if you're bad. Like that type of stuff. It's always been like they were a myth because they've never encountered them. But now that they're here, there's that stigma of you're that bad thing that we all now know of.
Hence why she says that they don't care to baby steps with caution.
Well, you can assume why humans directly, not probably elves or the other races.
Yeah.
He does take it aback, but when he like moves his ears, you see a little bit more comfortability come from Marito.
Let's deal with this situation first, and then we'll deal with this
Yes.
bigger situation.
Yes.
And I believe it would probably be a lot of talking with is it Arlo?
Marito?
Arito, and with his chieftain, and then we'll see.
And
Baby
he
steps.
even goes, yeah, I mean, you can even come with us back up. Like we can probably think about taking them up out of here too.
We
back
could.
back to the bases. And he goes, the
That's-
bases. Oh yeah. Many bases spread out to many different galaxies and whatnot. You there's plenty of space for everybody probably, especially with the GBB. Sorry, with Omega Polystratus. I bet we put the word out. I bet Miss Vila could definitely help you out, possibly. And with you coming back,
yeah.
I'll explain
I'm
what
so
happened.
sorry. I fully disassociated for this conversation. What am I doing?
So
Oh.
I knew that you were away, so you're here. It happens. Your character has been hearing them talk about how Sezzy, well, Miss Kitty read his mind. Basically, it was like he's trying to think about integrating the human population back into a world where they learned about like creatures and monsters are scary, and now they're going into a world where creatures and monsters are normal. You got like lycanthropy people out there, wolf people, monkey people, lizard people, other races like that, and it's like, how do we do that? And then Manny right at the end was like, well, you don't also have to, you don't also have to just be here. And then he mentioned about bases spread out throughout the galaxies. And
Manny?
they mentioned you saying maybe OPS could possibly help with this situation.
I mean, yeah, that is kind of my job. So
Guys?
Mhm.
Keep in mind, and I say this with the utmost sincerity, this lovely gentleman here plus his small army of companions that are in cryo are not from our current time, and this will be a very big culture shock.
I understand where you're coming from, but you will also remember that the first time that we met Ajwa species, I straight up said to them, "Hi, I'm an alien."
Yeah, you did.
Yes, and
I was there.
we were
This particular
prepared
thing-
as well. We knew the fact of the matter would be that the possibility is other things may have over-encumbered the planet. New species may be here. When we put ourselves under, we knew it would be a considerable amount of time until we awoke, but we never expected to be this long.
Yeah, this is what I did before I became these guys' patron. I don't know.
Que-
I thought
question.
you were a boss.
Good question.
I'm technically.
What was supposed to wake you all up?
Oh, once the radiation level left the planet, the wars
Oh.
grew heavy.
What radiation?
Oh,
Is our monkey guide here?
Yes.
Arito is here.
Okay.
They made a
I'll let
connection
him-
that was not on a weird, creepy level like you were vibing before.
Okay, cool.
And he goes, yes, the radiation levels, the wars, the nuclear bombs, every nation was decimated. Any who wasn't inside of safe havens were destroyed.
Okay. Well, did we see any like radiation things? We really didn't read into any of that, did we?
You guys have base radiation, like Geiger stuff that on it in case anything like alerts through Vila's suit. Nothing base level was on the surface. It was regular radiation that lets you guys all live.
Yeah, I've got like a Geiger counter built into this. I think it's in one of my legs.
He looks at your meter and the what was inputting and what the numbers are matching the threshold for livable conditions for him, and he goes, "Yes, that would be perfect outside. We were just waiting for that, and I was gonna let everybody out, but unfortunately, I was forced into here." And he starts like flooding, and he starts looking at the pods, and he starts going through, trying to see if everybody is actually okay, or if maybe some type of malfunction with tech. He's satisfied from what he sees, and he just starts to walk back slowly. And
Before we let all of your companions out, there are still dangerous things within this place. And also, from what I understand it, Ronaldo, your people aren't huge on humanoids?
But yeah.
Orido, who's Ronaldo? A-R-I-D-O. A-R-I-D-O.
It's been a while.
Arido.
It's
Babe, that's me, Flight, having trouble remembering NPCs' names. That just when I say random
Arido.
shit, just imagine it's the correct thing.
Ah.
Arito, your people aren't huge on humans
There are
or humanoids.
many tales tell. Many tall tales are told to children. The humanoids will come and strip them of their fur and put them into cages, prancing around through loops and hoops. Horrifying.
That is horrifying. Do you think that if you were to go back to your community and say, I found 200,000 humanoids, that they would think it was the end days? Or do you think they would be open to, like, helping rebuild this
No one would
people's
believe
society?
me. Unless this one comes with me, no one would believe. It has been tall tale of no.
It's like the thing that you use to scare kids.
He does a very there's no way of saying it, a very jaded reference of just going, there's no of this around, meaning skin, not fur, scale, or otherwise. He just points to the two skinned individuals that are here. You got fur, you have a plasma, and you have a reptilian type slimy side. Like, he sees you in the suit and
It's not slime, it's mucus.
You also see a robotic person with Manny.
I
Yes.
guess it's
Yeah,
the
that's true.
other skin.
well, that's the other thing, because Manny was another like eye turner, but because it's not fully human, it's one of those like, because you don't really, you have to really ask. I'm not going to give you knowledge for free.
Well, I
Well-
guess we should probably do something about the intellect devoured eater.
What's your name, dude?
His name is Sezi.
Yes.
Oh, right, sexy. I forgot.
My name is Dr. Sezi.
What's your first name?
Sezi.
But you just said you were Dr. Sezi.
I don't like using my last name. It's a bit gaudy as of late.
Oh,
her
come
mind
on!
kind of
that's a good name.
connects to his. What's your last name?
It's Dr. Sezi Strandborn, Dr. Sezi Strandborn, Barathis the Ninth.
Brand.
Are you telling us the rest of this as well?
Nope, the 9th.
It's one of those like long names of the ninth version of it because he's elven and they wanted to seem immortal and they all slightly look the same. It's like one of those old school, like really weird elven things. It's like, yeah, I'm Sezi the Ninth.
It's just an elf thing. Don't worry, honey, I got it.
Well, I guess we have to figure out a way. Also, off the floor here, I will now actually cut my hands to yell up to Wraith. Oh, Wraith, is there a button for a lift or something up there?
I mean, I can just jump us over the broken bit.
There is a secondary way. It's just through there.
Does that lead
Thanks,
us to our
Sexy.
friend who is muted up there?
Yes. You do
You got a
know
dead
that
down
when
there?
you walked in, there were two doors. One that was out to that staircase that went straight down. There was another door that you guys didn't go through.
We need to find a way.
Wraith, we're going towards the door. Can you hear it going towards the door?
That we can
You're going
keep
towards the
elf
light?
Man.
Yeah, you guys open up concrete stairs.
Oh, thank goodness. I felt so bad for stairs.
It is slightly broken in a lot of areas. It is very old, but it's not breaking to the point where I'm going to be making you guys do it. It was one of those things I had in my book. One fell apart. One was safe. What will they choose? You didn't describe
fat
what you went with,
broke
so
the
I
first
just
pair of
stated you can
stairs.
go out that way, and you did.
The fat cat broke the stairs, so she's just like,
Either way, all of you get back up to the main control area, and you can see Sezi just goes straight over to the control panel and starts going in, and you can see the lights and systems start coming on in the control panel, control room, and as soon as that happened, you can hear Dr. Sezi, or hello, Dr. Sezi. It is a pleasure to have you in my acquaintance again. He goes, Alfie, oh, it is good to know that you're still operational, my friend. How are the others? I have kept all systems operational. Good, good. How long has it been? And he goes and tells Sezi an exact date since conception. It is millions and millions of years old. Like, it's incomparable. And he's just like, how can this be? How
How are you alive?
that is my question. How is this? How could this be? He goes, my analysis is time fluctuations have allowed structural structural integrity to be maintained. Time manipulations. Okay. I don't understand, but I'm very grateful.
So, Dr. Sexy doesn't want to leave
Sexy.
his 200.
I'm
his
sorry. Are you
200
calling
fan.
me sexy?
That's what I've been hearing. Just gonna
Yep,
Can
add
we-
this-
100%.
I
Can we
mean,
let
it's
me-
quite flattering, and I'm not trying to be just. I haven't quite been accustomed to other
Dr.
unique.
Sexy, I need you to give me a minute to like finish my sentence first, and then we'll come back around to that. So, Dr. Sexy doesn't want to leave his 200,000 children, for obvious reasons.
They're not my children.
Friends and acquaintances
Companions.
got it.
And Ronaldo won't be believed if we send him back alone. So, how do we get like a small, friendly search party of the lovely people who currently inhabit this planet here to then get Dr. Sexy's children free in a way that's safe for everyone?
I think we need to deal with the thing that's in the next
Oh, well,
floor.
That's a good point. We should probably do that first.
Somebody
Do-
roll me a
do-
D100.
Sure.
And I am looking for, before anybody rolls, I am looking for a threshold of 60% or higher. So 60 and above.
83.
83. Miss Kitty,
Yes.
because of that roll, thank you.
You're
All of you are talking and having this conversation, and as soon as you go in, like, are talking, you can hear Alfie goes, purging, 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 purging.
Oh no.
All systems operational. 3rd level clear.
What
And
did
on
you?
the screen, you can see that Dr. Sezi has, because it is the server room and it needs to be a decontaminated area, has set off certain systems to kill all organisms alive inside as
Hey,
these
guys,
gas begins to
fucking-
pour down.
Hey
Are
guys,
you
we did it
telling
again.
me? Are you fucking telling me that you could have set that off earlier, Alfie?
Yes, because Dr. Brooks set off shut off all main terminals for Alfie. He couldn't do anything. He had to make sure that I couldn't get to him. He sabotaged Alfie. And if Mr. Brooks was here, I would kill him myself.
Is Brookbag still around?
Alfie, is Dr. Brooks dead?
How much you want to bet he's a monster that we have to fight downstairs? We had to fight downstairs.
Dr. Brooks is now deceased. Currently on level 3. Exactly what Miss Kitty was saying. And he just
you
goes,
you just see Miss Kitty just throw her hands up in the air,
and as you
she
throw your
just
hands up in
curses
the air,
in
and he goes,
chat.
oh, so I got what I wished for. Wonderful.
So if we just passed the cryo bay and gone downstairs before checking that room, we would have had to do that shit manually.
Aren't you
Archie,
glad I
fucking
wanted ice
bullshit.
cream? Aren't you glad I
Archie.
wanted ice cream now?
Archie, when we get
Yeah,
off this
kinda.
planet, I will treat you to the biggest sundae you have ever had. How about that, buddy?
See,
'Cause
ice
now I
cream
want
is
ice cream.
important. I knew it was important. I do feel like
Beans, what the fuck are you doing?
also because you all have been here very long. Doctor, who is lifting 1,000 pounds out there? That that you?
Oh, yes. Some of the uh, some of the younger athleticisms of the newer cadets came all the way from the giants of the mountains.
Very good.
Men,
With
men and
giants in the
women as
mountains?
tall as 10 feet, with strength beyond this world that I've ever seen. They
Did we
only
ever come
had
across
a
any giants?
handful left, and we tried to preserve all life through all the races of the planet.
So does
Oh.
that mean there are some giant women around now?
You do know,
As in
like,
in
at
your
the
pods?
very, very end that match the same height as the racks, there are 4 of them. 2 men, 2 women.
All right.
And these
fair.
are giants, not like they are regular, like, humanoid looking giants. Not like what you would see, like big old belly ogre type giant.
Oh, I get that. Mhm.
Well, I guess we did fulfill your task, Alfie. Congratulations.
Can we
Thank
have
you
the
all.
weapons?
Yes, please allow yourself to the armory. And a screen pops up for all of you. More weaponry, 3 different types, and the ammunition. So regular pistol stuff for laser stuff, ammunition that goes with it, another needler, and I believe it's a propulsion rifle or something like that. Is this what you were doing, Alfie? Yes, sir. Incentivizing new incentivizing new intruders to help in the cause.
And
Yes,
what is
good
the
work.
cause?
To free them? To let them wake up? That sounds right.
I think we can start waking up people now, since we don't have to fight a plant brain.
Well,
That's
I
been-
I wouldn't say that just yet. Arito, would it be acceptable to say that I may be able to accompany you to your chieftain? I need to secure safety for my people until we can figure out how we can live amongst with everyone. I do not wish to alarm you. And Arito just puts up his hand and he goes, I know, Skin Man. And
Thank
he's-
you, Dorito.
Thank you.
Did you just call him Dorito?
It's better than Ronaldo.
That's a very popular treat from my time.
Oh, good.
What is it?
Oh, they call it a tortilla chip covered in cheesy goodness.
Oh, it's very good.
So
Sounds like it-
they're only cheesy?
Oh no, there are many different flavors. Cool Ranch, spicy
What is-
barbecue.
What is Cool Ranch?
It's that word they used around the
Cool
mint
Ranch
and-
on Doritos are the best, but ranch alone is shit.
What is ranch?
Oh, there's so many things I will tell you all about. I don't know why I changed his voice because now I'm talking about food.
What
No,
is
but-
ranch?
But they said
Oh,
cool. Cool is the
wait,
descriptor
alright.
they
Ranch
gave
is gross.
to
It has,
the
like,
mint,
eggs and other
the
shit.
mojito.
Process.
Mojito.
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 No, they gave it to the mojito. They said
I
it was a cooling
don't
drink.
drink. Says Sezzy.
Well, that's fair. I'm sure that there's other things that they. I read somewhere in the book they handed me that if you have what is I believe a lamb, that is with a lamb that you're supposed to like do something with it. I don't know.
Delicious. I've not eaten anything in many years. I'm very hungry for actual food and not processed goop.
Oh,
I pull
Doritos,
out a
hopefully
protein
around them.
bar.
He looks at it and goes, "What is?" And because his it's like smelling something so good for the first time. It's like that baby like. He just starts putting his mouth. Oh God! It's like a full 3-course meal in my mouth.
It has been a while, hasn't it?
So good. Oh, gosh.
Have you been awake this whole entire time?
Yes. I don't require sleep. And the goop that it's in is um, age deterrent. It's something that we found to help with the de-aging or not de-aging, the stopping of escalated aging. So he's been aging at a very, very slow rate. So he actually pulls up a picture. He looks like a very young elf. He's been in this for a very long time, and he's an older elf. He's got wrinkles and stuff underneath it. It's like the 50-year-old with like super gray hair, about to turn 60. Yes, babe.
The goop. Would that be similar to my goop? My clone goop?
Make a tech check for analysis. That's
Use
D20
guidance.
plus proficiency.
I will guidance myself.
There you go.
So it's a D20 plus what is my guidance? 24. Nat 20 plus the 2 from guidance plus 5 is 27. Alfie!
What was the for again? Sorry. I just
To see if
zoned
the
out
goop
for-
was the same goop as my goop.
It doesn't have the same properties. It has the same base genetics.
So it may be where my goop started.
So
this is apparently
you
a-
are putting everything together, and you know that for a fact that this stuff was patented by the GBB before everything got bad. You're in a old school, predated, with GBB code enlisted into it. You can see similarities.
Not a fan of this.
So
I'll be right back. Alfie's being a cock.
Okay. As this all is happening, everybody is kind of getting the feel that this place is done. It is, you've completed it. We're not going to be taking a break. We're going to be actually ending up pretty soon. I just want to wait for flight to come back, and then we'll do our final stuffs. But we're going to continue on just until then. I apologize for not taking a break. I just realized what time it was.
Time is it anyway?
It's 11.
Oh wow.
We should have taken a break an hour ago, so that's my fault for everybody. We've just kind of been going at it.
Well, we also kind of started late, so.
Yeah, a little
And
bit
we
late.
just that's okay. We can start about talking about a few different things that we could well, in the interim, we gassed the enemy and avoided another fight again. Aren't we the
Yep.
best?
We are the best.
I bet I could make a record on how many fights that could have happened that didn't. This is the most that's ever happened, but also I'm not setting up every session as a fight thing. It's like some things can be fights, and I have it set up just in case. And sometimes you can completely avoid it.
Nothing.
Oh, we were just talking. But you guys get the sense. You watch as Sezi goes and picks up this kind of like hit monitor and puts it onto the central control, and you see an upload begin to happen. Data of this entire facility, and Alfie is uploaded in a little walkie-talkie, and you can just hear, "I'm portable now."
Can we upload him to my datapad too, or at least like the information at the very least?
Do you ask Sezi that?
Yeah. Oh yes. Can I upload him to my stuff too?
I don't see why not. Alfie,
Great.
I'm going to make a copy, and you're going to assist these people. Understand? Understand, Doctor. Authorization code, please. You see him start to press a couple buttons on his little data pad that he has. And he goes, "Access granted. Hi, I'm Alfie.
Hi, Alfie.
What is your name?"
I am Vila Graplos.
Registered
am-
Vila Grotwell as
Yeah.
primary user.
I will acknowledge that I am like the 70-something version of me. So
Vila,
if I,
17th version of herself.
hang on, let me just check.
Understood and
I thought
documented.
you were the 70th.
No, I had a celebration on the 70th one, and I fell off a table and broke my neck and died.
That is horrifying.
No, sorry, 70th was eaten by cannibals. It was 50th.
Even worse.
It was 50th. I was giving a speech and I fell and broke my neck. So I'm the 71st Vila, not the 70th Vila. Let's just go with 70th. I'm the 70th Vila.
All right. So, the upload happens. He gets some supplies and gets himself ready, and looks at Arito, has that conversation, asking about coming to his tribe to see if he can secure safety in his area or in their area for their home until they can figure something out. And yeah, all of you are beginning to walk out, completing this little side quest. The light hits your guys' eyes, and it is bright. You guys been down here for a couple hours. You got adjusted, and it is like, oh, fuck. And as you step out, you can see Ceci is scanning with Alfie all the new documentation of life that he's never seen, plants, animals. He seems like is a squirrel, but with insectoid legs almost, climbing the tree, and he's got himself like a little grape nut, and he's just trying to he's peeling off all the fruit off of the outside of it, and it's just fascinating. He's intrigued about how life truly is. And he looks at Arito and goes, so are you all heading back there now? Or and Arito goes, no, these ones have to continue. I must accompany. You must make the journey. It is only a few hours from walk from here. If you head back, you will meet a small fishing village. And he hands them a token. He goes, they will give you boat right south. You will find my tribe. That's through the gates. Boat is going up. You will be safe. Thank you. I thank you all for allowing my life to start again. Thank you. Oh, I think we lost Wraith. He's back.
It's all good, Dr. Sexy.
Goodbye. And I'll see you all when you return.
Be safe, Doctor.
You as well. No. Oh no.
I was just going back through the things that I wrote on how Vila died previously, and one of them is the asparagus cult sacrificed her, and I'm like, I have no memory of writing that. What is the asparagus cult?
Probably an idea you came up at
Spoilers.
4 o'clock in the morning without sleep, so who knows?
So, as Ceci collects his things, scans his way, and begins walking down the road to his next destination, all of you turn the other way and head west. I'm going to ask for one more roll for the night, and then we're going to be finishing up after the description.
I'll
So
get
we've
this
already had 2 people roll D100s. Who's left?
I have not yet.
Okay. RD, roll me a D100, please.
Okay, let's see what we can roll. That is not but D100. Roll 47.
Okay. You guys, it has taken many, probably many days, probably a couple weeks to get to where you guys need to. Arito brings you across a very large torrential river. You pass through that with ease. no stoppage of the day as you guys are going through this. But as you guys are approaching, the sound of a bustling city, the crowds you can hear talking, and as you guys are getting closer to a set of city walls, you can see Arito just goes, "Just wait here one moment." And he begins to walk forward, and you can see him talking to these two guards, adorned head to toe in platinum armor. And as you guys are like standing up against the brick wall of this area and off to the side of the trail, you can notice that the walls themselves are made of platinum. You guys are at the Platinum City of Dawn. And that is where we'll end our session, as you guys are given entry through Arigo. And yeah, we'll pick up as you guys are first entering the city. And it's about a day's out from where you guys estimate, you guys think where the engine actually fell to, so you're not too far off of it. But you guys are in kind of like it's the edge of a desert, so it's very dry, dying grasslands going into kind of like a sandy area. And when you get there, the first couple things that you guys would know from Arito coming here is it's also nicknamed the City Mirage, because when you're coming back the other way, when the sun's hitting it, you cannot see the city at all. So
That's kind of cool.
yeah, so that's where we're going to be ending tonight. Thank you all for joining us for Planetscape Edge of the Void. I am your DM. Come check us out on our Discord. We have a merch shop coming over. Head over to there and get your cool chibis from Miss Kitty. And also
I didn't hear the word chibi from you at all, but I'm
Chibi?
not gonna repeat. Yeah,
get some chibis from
I didn't hear that word.
Okay. And we have our games that you guys can head over to our YouTube channel to watch previous episodes of the, I believe, 4 different games that we have on there. I think it's 3 currently. We got mine and Ardward and wow,
Sword and
Ariana's game. I can't blank, but
Every game that has been played since the YouTube was created is on the YouTube.
all games except Eric Dude Rising, unfortunately. We don't have documentation of those anymore. But yeah, moving on to our player sign off. RG, you're up. No, Miss Kitty, how could I forget?
Hi, everybody. I play the lovely Miss Kitty. I'm also known as Pocket. You could find me on all the things: the TikTok, the Tumblrs, the not the Twitch, the Twitter, known as X. I'm also on Open Sky. I'm on the Discord. I lurk in the Discord. I can't do shit. I am hyper focused on Dragon Age Veilguard. It is super awesome, super fun. You all should play it. Make sure you drink your fucking water and get plenty of sleep. Yeah, that's my 2 cents for the night.
Ardwar.
Hi there, I'm Concleod playing Arjwar. You'll find me in the Discord. You'll find me on TikTok, on Twitch, on Instagram, and we rate donuts, we rate board games, we play games, we have a lot of fun. You'll find me at PAX Unplugged this year, and hopefully find a couple of us actually, if anybody's interested. And there'll be other TTRPG people there, so it should be a fun time to hang out. I'll be meeting folks for donuts on Saturday morning there. Then you also can see me as the evil DM of Evils of Infericuse every couple of Fridays, and you'll find it here on the channel here, doing fun stuff in Infericuse with some folks here too. So join us, let chaos reign. Remember, taxes are evil, and have a great day.
And finally,
Taxes are evil.
Hello. I am Flight. I have been Vila Grapnos. You can find me on all of the things that have already been mentioned. Please come join our Discord. I am constantly floating around. Whether or not I am truly here is a question that is more philosophical in nature than I have the ability to answer. And if you haven't guessed, I'm getting married to that dog in the center there next year. So that's kind of been my main focus of things recently.
Woohoo!
So I haven't been doing much else on the TikToks and all of that, but I'm around to have a chat or talk about weird things as well. So come on by. Also, there are memberships on the channel, on the merch store. All of them.
Can't hear you, Flight. You're
Yeah,
muted.
you just
There's
muted yourself.
memberships. I accidentally hit a button. Memberships on the merch store. The cheapest one is $3. All of that money goes towards the channel. So things like Nitro being able to stream to YouTube that we can currently is from money that has come from the merch store and all of that jazz. So yeah, even if you just want to support the channel with $3 a month, that'd be helpful.
All right, and last but not least, but Wraith, our Armor Creed isn't here. He's having some bad internet connections, but he wishes you all well. He doesn't really have too much
He occasionally
extensions.
streams on Twitch.
Sometimes, yeah. Lately, he has not, but just keep an eye out for that. Come to our Discord, chat, hang out. You know, we're always into about all type of games, TTRPGs, and the fantasy world and role playing itself. So if you're a nerd, want to check us out, come on by. Have a good one, and we'll see you in the stars. Good night.